Okay, so ready to jump in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. So today's deep dive is all about mindset,
Mindset, yeah.
how it shapes our reality. And you sent me some pretty fascinating stuff about this.
Oh, yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I think we can all relate to it too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we've all experienced those moments where,
Yeah, have you ever
we're battling with ourselves.
right?
Yeah, totally. Like, do I stay positive or...
Yeah, like when things get tough.
Right? Or do I just kind of give into the negativity?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
And I think one of the things that, you shared with me that really stood out was this idea of
Oh, the Cherokee legend.
the Cherokee legend about the two wolves.
The two wolves, yeah.
Yeah, which I think is such a powerful way to illustrate this whole
It is a very powerful...
concept,
Yeah.
right? So for people who maybe haven't heard this legend,
Yeah, break it down.
can you kind of give us the rundown of what it's all about?
Sure, yeah. So basically the legend says that inside each of us there are these two wolves, right?
Okay.
And they're constantly battling each other.
Okay.
One wolf represents all the negative stuff,
Okay.
all the bad stuff. So anger, fear, doubt, resentment, jealousy.
Yeah, all those kind of darker emotions.
Or darker emotions, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the other wolf, he's all about the good stuff.
Okay.
So joy, hope, love, kindness, courage, all that.
So it's like this constant
It's this constant back and forth,
tug of war.
tug of war going on inside of all of us.
Right. And I think what's so interesting about this legend is that it doesn't say, get rid of the bad wolf, right?
No.
It acknowledges that both of these wolves exist within us.
They're both there.
Right.
They're part of who we are as human beings.
And then it hits us with this really powerful message.
Yeah.
The wolf that wins is the one you feed.
Exactly. You get to choose which one you nourish,
Well,
which one
yeah.
you give energy to.
Right. And I think that's where things get really interesting. Because it's like, okay, I get that I need to feed the good wolf,
Right.
but how?
Yeah.
What are the practical steps to actually do that?
Yeah, because it's not just about, thinking happy thoughts and hoping for the best, right? There are actual techniques and strategies we can use to cultivate a more positive mindset.
So what are some of those things that really resonated with you from all the material that we looked at?
Well, one thing that really stuck with me was the idea of being mindful of our thoughts. It's so easy to just let our minds run on autopilot, right?
Yeah, totally.
And we end up dwelling on negative thoughts without even realizing it.
Like that default mode almost.
Exactly. Yeah. So the first step is to become aware of those thoughts when they pop up.
Okay, so you got to catch them.
Catch them.
Red-handed.
Red-handed.
Okay.
Recognize them for what they are.
Gotcha.
And then, this is the important part, we can choose to shift our focus to something more positive. Doesn't mean ignoring the negative.
Right.
It's more about acknowledging it and then consciously redirecting our attention.
Oh.
It's like, okay, I see you, negative thought, but I'm not going to give you all my energy today.
So it's not about denying reality.
Yeah, not at all, no.
It's just choosing where you focus your energy.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do you actually do that? What are some practical ways to shift your focus?
Well, there are a lot of different techniques, but one that's really simple and effective is gratitude.
Oh, gratitude.
Yeah, taking a few minutes each day to really focus on what you're grateful for. It could be big things or small things, it doesn't matter.
Right.
The point is to train your brain to look for the good,
Okay.
to appreciate the positive aspects of your life.
Got it.
And that can have a huge impact on your overall mindset.
And I'm guessing it's kind of like a muscle.
Exactly.
Yeah. The more you do it,
The more you practice it, the stronger it gets.
the easier it becomes.
Exactly.
Okay, so gratitude is one technique.
Yep.
What are some other things that people could try?
Well, mindfulness is another powerful tool.
Oh, mindfulness.
Yeah, and that's really about being present in the moment,
Okay,
noticing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, just
Right.
observing them.
gotcha.
And this can be really helpful for dealing with negative emotions
Yeah.
because instead of getting swept away by them,
Yeah.
you can create some distance.
Right.
You can observe them and then let them pass
Interesting.
without letting them control you.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I'm also thinking about, all those external factors
Yeah.
that can impact our mindset.
Right.
Like, what about when you're dealing with difficult people or
Mhm.
challenging situations?
Of course, yeah.
Does that make it harder to feed the good wolf?
It definitely makes it more challenging,
Right.
but it doesn't make it impossible.
Okay.
I think the key here is to remember that we always have a choice.
Okay.
We can't always control what happens to us,
Right.
but we can control
Yeah.
how we respond.
Okay, so it's about taking ownership.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that. It's about realizing that we have more power than we often think we do.
Okay.
And that's where mindset really comes into play.
So in a way, it's about becoming more resilient,
Yeah.
right? Learning to bounce back from setbacks and maybe even see them as opportunities for growth
Exactly.
instead of roadblocks.
Instead of letting them defeat us,
Right.
we can choose to learn from them, grow from them,
Yeah.
and come back stronger.
I love that.
Yeah.
So as we kind of wrap things up here,
Yeah.
I'd love to just leave our listeners with maybe one final thought to ponder.
Okay.
What if, starting tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
you made a conscious decision to feed the good wolf a little bit more?
Love it.
Right. And it doesn't have to be this big, massive change.
Right.
It could be just a small shift in your thinking or your actions.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe you start your day with a gratitude practice.
That's a great one.
Or maybe you spend a few minutes doing some mindfulness exercises.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
Right. What could you do to cultivate a more positive outlook?
I think that's such a great challenge.
And it might be surprising what even a small change can do over time.
Yeah,
Right.
So
So there you have it.
there it is.
Another deep dive
Another.
into the fascinating world of
The
mindset.
mindset, one of my favorites.
Yeah, me too.
It's a powerful stuff.
It really is.
And we all have access to it, right?
We do.
That's the beautiful thing.
That's a great point, yeah.
Yeah, we can all choose to feed the good wolf
Awesome.
and see what happens.
I love it. All right. Thanks for joining me for this deep dive.
My pleasure. Always fun.
Yeah, we'll catch you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.